All right. For the eighth grade Wednesday, I was we talked last week about citing and explaining our evidence. Make sure that we are citing our evidence correctly, we're explaining it correctly. It's going to be a little different. It's more like examples when we're in here. I'm talking about breaking up with people. So making sure that that evidence has to be relevant to the subclaim. If it's not relevant, if it doesn't talk about it, if it doesn't support it, then there's no point. So it's going to be a little difficult. Make sure that your evidence is relevant to what you're talking about. In addition, logical evidence. This logical evidence has to go with what I was talking about last week when we say things like, if you're going to use evidence talking about breaking up and you didn't spend enough time with me, using logical evidence, you would not use we only spent one day last week together, when that doesn't sound like, yes, that's good evidence. But if you use evidence like, we only spent 4 days together last week, that's a lot of time together. So that's not logical evidence. Making sure you use enough evidence. In the eighth grade, your difference is that you're going to have, which I just need to add that in, you have another piece of evidence to support your subclaims. Okay. So you have evidence A and B to support subclaims. So make sure that you're doing that. Then you also, whoops, sorry, wrong thing. Need to make sure that you introducing your evidence. We will talk more about that in person, and explaining your evidence. You have to have two sentences of explanation when you are explaining your subclaim. So make sure you have that there.